G'day Scarefest fans, Glenn here from fakeshemp.net. Wishing you all a happy new year. I hope you had a fantastic holiday period, celebrating whatever it is you celebrate. I hope it was good, and I hope you're ready to bring in 2020 with a whole lot of fantastic Aussie horror films. I've got heaps of them lined up for you, and we're going to start the year off with a bang with a film called The Tunnel. The Tunnel, it's a little Aussie chiller from 2011 that earned huge praise amongst critics and anyone who saw it at the time. In fact, its current Rotten Tomatoes standing is 100%, but oddly, it remains unknown to even some of horror's most astute fans. So let's take a look, and hopefully I can pique your interest and inspire you to track it down. To be honest with you, I am not the biggest fan of found footage movies, but there are definitely those few that do really work, and The Tunnel is one of them. It also has a really unusual production backstory, and I will get to that in a minute. But first, let me set the scene. The film takes place in the abandoned network of train tunnels beneath Sydney, and the story is set during a major drought when water is desperately low. The government had plans to tap into the massive underwater lake where the tunnel system was flooded many years ago, and without warning, suddenly those plans were abandoned, never spoken of again. And then there were reports of missing homeless people and strange things happening. So the film follows a female journalist and her crew as they venture into the tunnels to investigate the rumours of strange occurrences. Naturally, shit goes ballistic, and we, the viewer, are thrown into a fright show of eerie sounds, massive scares and terrifying entities, and this is one of those found footage movies that works really damn well. There's a mockumentary component to the narrative, I think, which enhances it, with interviews from the crew survivors telling their account of the things that happened. And as I said earlier, the film was developed and funded using a really unique crowdfunding model. At the time, crowdfunding wasn't as prominent as it is now, and funders, or investors, were able to purchase individual digital frames of the film for just $1. Incredibly, they were able to raise a total of $135,000. The film was eventually put out by Paramount Pictures here in Australia, and it had a limited US release over there through a company called Black Rock Films. But perhaps the most controversial aspect was the fact that it was one of the first films to get a distribution through a BitTorrent downloading platform. So this was a free online release on a platform called Vodo. These days, it is much easier to come by digitally. You can find it online. It's even available in full on YouTube. So that is it from me. Thank you for watching. I hope you track down The Tunnel. It's for free on YouTube, so you don't really have any excuses. And find me on Facebook, fakeshemp.net. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll catch you next week.